Okay. Hello. Hi, everybody. So I'm Thomas from CommitStrip. I'm an American, but I will try to get the French accent to be sure you understand me. So I'm happy to be in France to speak in English. So I hope you get it. So I am Thomas, the co-founder of CommitStrip, which is a blog that you may know, and I'm also founder of an agency. Just a few words about that. First, CommitStrip. So CommitStrip is a webcomic blog created by developers for developers. So one strip per day, more or less. So these days it's more or less than more because yes, we had a book, a Kickstarter campaign. We took a lot of time, but yeah, it's been already 5 years. In fact, in February it will be 5 years of almost daily strips. So we have a full-time cartoonist, Etienne, working every day. I am the script writer. Every day I'm writing the strip based on our experience, our stories, or my teammates' story. And we have also a French-English translator because at the beginning it is written in French and it is translated every day at 6:30 French time. So this is like a newspaper every day brainstorming, drawing, translation, and publication in the evening. If sometimes there is no strips for those who know us and who follow us every night, every evening, if there are no strips online, it's because probably we are working on a push to production or something like this. So, and my agency KRDS, I've co-founded KRDS, which is a social media marketing agency. I launched 8 years ago, and we also opened one agency in the group last year called Oh My Bot, dedicated to chatbots. So in this context, we wanted to launch a bot for CommitStrip. But just before the question, it was interesting to add this topic with Liam. Why a chatbot? Of course, just quickly, we remember from Messenger today in terms of messaging, we have, of course, Messenger, WhatsApp, WeChat, Viber, and a lot of things. And even tomorrow, as we said already, Amazon Echo, Google Assistant, and Siri, and all this ecosystem are already here. And why it is very important to build on this platform, just because of that, because of figures, because of people are using this platform. So more than 1 billion user every month for WhatsApp or for Messenger. Of course, it depends of some I would say some kind of people. There is more young people using that every day, but still this is very important. That's why today we are going to discuss a little bit more about B2C bots, chatbot, because of course when we think about bots today, we can also think about Slack, especially when we are in a B2B context. We did not do it yet, but yes, that's why today, even in my agency, we have a lot of customers asking us about bots, and it's because there is more than 1 billion at WhatsApp, Messenger, and also WeChat, but only for Chinese markets. That's not really interesting here. Just one word about conversation. We are talking here about a lot about conversation. I just wanted to share my vision about that. For us, it's more about an invisible app instead of a conversational artificial intelligence. What we mean by invisible app, the idea is to import into the chat the app features. For example, we have Uber, we have the native app that we need to install, and in the US they can already order and have Uber directly on Messenger. So this avoid people to download the app, and this is really how we see in the short term the real life of chatbots. We don't expect people to actually discuss with brands or with bots. People don't want to discuss; they want to interact. They want bad bot can be very bad buzz, bad bit. Indeed, we have this example of, for example, with Canal Plus, when we have a very bad interactions with the brand. This is not really something that can happen today to have a really good interaction with a brand. So So when you have a if you have a bad interaction with a brand with a chatbot, you are done for as you lose the customers. So that's why we don't encourage brands to start real artificial intelligence conversation. And as we can see, Messenger itself encourages to use buttons and tap interaction, for example, to buy, to view more, to visit website, to pick a side or something like this, to phone. We can see that Facebook Messenger is pushing a lot of this tap interaction to avoid, in fact, people to write a lot of things. Okay, I can write small interaction, I can write small instruction, but not a real conversation. Anyway, who want to discuss with SNCF or Air France or with their bank? You don't want that. You just want to get your boarding pass, or you want to get your bank account results. About the media, and in fact, we can consider CommitStrip as a media. We are publishing every day news and a strip, and this is a good opportunity to go into the chat, because chatbot, especially on Messenger, you'll see again today I'm focusing on Messenger because really this is the playground today for chatbots. 1 billion users in France, 30 million users every month. So there is nothing like this to test. So you can, if you want a specific thing on Slack, for example, for B2B, or on Skype, why not? But if you want really to test a bot, for me, it's only Messenger today. Because also WhatsApp, for example, could have been considered, but WhatsApp officially does not support any API, because you remember that at the beginning, before being bought by Facebook, WhatsApp is no ads, no gimmick, no games. So for now, it's still a little bit closed, even if sometime soon Facebook will have to get the money back. Okay. So that's what we have done with the commit bot. In fact, something quite simple. First thing, a simple call to action. Sorry, the things are in French, but most of you can understand that. So, for example, here I can choose the best of the month. So I can you can see I just say hello, and then the bot asks me what I want. I don't expect the user to type something. I expect him to really just tap on the answers. So for example, here I have the best strip of the month. Great. I can have also a simple call to action with a carousel. For example, if I am asking the 5 last strips, I can load like a carousel, and I can swipe to get the last strip. So this is something which is built in Messenger. And of course, as a developer, you have to know all the small feature of Messenger to make your experience the most native possible. Because right here we could have just a list of link, but no, we have the native carousel of Messenger. This is very a good experience. Then one interesting flow here, we have the user input and search by tags. For example, we have a keyword search. So then I will type a keyword. So first thing, you have seen it quickly. Messenger proposed to have a kind of auto completion with few words already available. But here I can type, or I can choose one of the already available keywords. I'll do another demo just after. And what is interesting here is the API behind that, because this looks like very simple, but to search into the strips archives, it's not so simple. So just a small chart about that. So we have here the user. We will type something. So for example, you will type a keyword or a mix of keywords. So here we have tried to, if it's a search, for example, he type a lot of words, we can extract some keyword with .ai. So with.ai, it's like API.ai by Google. With.ai, it's in fact a startup founded by some French people, which has been bought by Facebook last year. And Facebook took the product, put it free and available for everyone. The idea of with.ai is to help you to put some artificial intelligence in your in your bots. So obviously right now, again, this is the first level of artificial intelligence. The real thing is that it's, I would say, just understanding natural language. Sorry. And this is the first thing for you, for a bot. You will try to use, you will try to understand the natural language. This is the first things to do. And then we have a keyword. Let's say we analyze and extract a keyword. Oh, sorry for that. Okay. And one thing which you may find it funny, but we don't have the text of the strips available somewhere. The text of all our strips are only in the image. So we decided to use the Google Cloud Vision API to extract text from the image. So of course, in terms of SEO or in terms of all this is very bad. Yes, all the strips of CommitStrip are not indexed in Google, but never mind. We are very famous anyway. So so we took that in one hand. Then we took all the popularity of each strip on social networks, the likes and retweet, and we put everything in Algolia. Tada! They invited me for that. Okay. But we have done it before they know us. So yes, I wanted to try Algolia 1 year ago. So we put everything in Algolia, and then Algolia yes, give us the best strips, and then we send the strip on Messenger API, and then the user has the API. So I can just show you quickly the how it looks like on Algolia. So this is the back office of Algolia. If I'm looking for, I don't know, sysadmin, yes, even with a thought, yes, it's working. So yes, and it's quite fast. So then when I'm doing I have the ranking. Maybe some of you know that you have to put some searchable attributes and custom ranking attributes. So, for example, here we have the icons, the tags, the category, everything to order to help to find the good, the best relevant, the most relevant strip. So, what's a great case of Algolia? Okay, so this is it for this section. Then one few last features. So we have on Messenger a menu, which is interesting. That means that you have at any point of time any some shortcuts to the most important feature of your bot. So again, I can select one of these things. And one thing very interesting and I would say a challenge for any bot is how do you deal with switching to a real person conversation. So here, for example, we decided to open a new conversation with, for example, me. So there will be two different accounts. So there is if you chat with CommitStrip page, you will chat with the bot. If you want to chat with a human, we'll switch to another account. For some brands, it could be difficult. They may consider to mix everything in one thread, but at this moment, it could be not very clear for one user. Should I am speaking to a bot or am I speaking to a human? And so that depends on brands, but this is one challenge that you have to decide for this. Few words as this is a tech lunch. Let me add just a few words about the technical stack behind that. So and few tech comments. So for us, one thing is really easy to start to do a bot. There is, especially on Messenger, let me say, there is a good documentation. The boilerplate is already available. Resources like Cloud.js are really easy to build bots in a minute. And as you may know, yes, Node.js is a very popular, is a technology widely used for this kind of bot, but of course you are not obliged to use Node.js. Sorry. But for example, at KRDS on my bot, we are using Node.js, of course, to prepare a boilerplate for all the bots we are launching. So we have already launched many bots in France, but also in Asia for Samsung, for Fox, or for some other brands. So This bot, in fact, CommitStrip was built a long time ago, so not on Cloudia, but still the last bot that we are doing with Cloudia. It's interesting. So because this is supporting most of the apps platform, like Messenger, Slack, you can deploy quickly, and especially you can also deploy quickly on Lambda, Amazon Lambda, which is an interesting solution for hosting. You don't have to, it's really serverless. The idea is to really to put your endpoints directly on Amazon, and you don't have even to scale anything. It's really automatic. And here we use the MySQL, but we still you can use anything, but especially DynamoDB, which is the Amazon proposition. One last thing, which is interesting in bots, that this is the typical resources that we need for any web project, and we can see that for I would say a bot project, we don't really need designer or HTML, CSS, because we use the standard UX of the platform. So it's really for me a dev challenge, a dev value. In fact, so this is where developer can really create a great value. So this is it. So this is a quick exposure of what we have done with CommitStrip. So if you have any question, please. Thanks. Yeah.
You talk about the art of being funny.
The art of being fun.
Funny.
Funny.
Yes.
Because you find us funny.
Well, I hope so.
No, yeah. In fact,
how do you do it? How do you be funny every day?
Yeah, in fact, thanks, thanks for that. First of all, it's one thing about this story of CommitStrip is that, of course, when we are relating the daily life, okay, for any kind of people, for developer, of course, we just have to talk about what happens to us, and okay, this is funny because this is our daily life. But one thing I could say that it's not. As a lot of things, I would say it's still work. I mean, we have almost 1,000 strips online. When I'm reading the first 100, I don't consider them very great. So as any kind of things, skills, I think you become very good when after 100 and thousands of hours. So this is first of all, this is my first thing. Then I can remember when we started CommitStrip, I was saying, okay, this was of course a side project. We had a lot of things of project in the agency. I was sharing with my teammates, and I was thinking, okay, I will probably have 50, 100 strips, and then I will be done. I'm done. Okay, all the thing push to product on Friday, bugs, this kind of thing. When it's done, it's done. But in fact, I realized 1 year later, or 2 years later, that our world is evolving so much that every year, yes, there is something new. Sometimes I'm just realizing that when I started CommitStrip, there was no Docker, for example, and or so all these things. So you realize how it's moving fast. So probably, and then I know that we could I would say write maybe 10,000 more strips for 20, 30 years, because of course we are especially in one field which is evolving so much. So yeah, even when I started in 2012, JavaScript, Node.js was not what it is today. So yes, that's what. And then to be funny, so again, for me, this is something I need to work again. And what's interesting also on this CommitStrip experience is that we get the feedback from the people. And it's in fact very valuable to get the feedback of people. I can already say before I publish a new strip, how many like or retweet I will get, because more or less, because I know now I know so much the community of developer that I know more or less where I should, I would say, play to get the feedback. So sometimes it's really the easy thing, like true story. Okay, it will be easy. Sometimes a little bit more different, but the most popular strip has been published last month. Maybe some of you have seen it. Is Terminal Forever. terminal forever, saying that the developer always like to work on the terminal and avoid the user interface. So almost 1 million impressions. So that's it. Any other questions?
Any other question?
Yeah.
Was it hard to develop something with Facebook Messenger? Do you have to do? I don't have any tech knowledge. Like, do you have to code like with native language from Facebook or
No,
like?
no. In fact, it's not. There is nothing specific. This is an API endpoints. In fact, you will send some. You will call Facebook to send the message. Facebook will ping you when there is a new message. Then you can choose your own technology. It's only an API, like any API. And again, we consider that it is very easy to deploy any bots. Any developer here can deploy a bot in the day today. And in fact, as Liam said also, I think that the challenge will be also to find the good bot, the good usage, the good use case, because we know already that there are thousands of bots, but only few bots are really useful. And we have few cases like Hi Peter. Hi Peter is a bot launched last month, and the idea of this bot is to help students from college, now in French for college lycée, to do their homework. So this is a good promise for the students. It's really obvious that okay, I can have someone to help me on Messenger to do my homeworks. And so they register more than 500,000 inscription signing in 1 month. So this is when it is useful, when it is and there is a match with the target and the products that will work. Now this is a challenge to find the good target, the good product. Sorry. Okay. Thank you, everybody.